What's going on, everybody? So today I'm heavily considering what is going to be the best personal choice for me to collect when it comes to graded cards. As you guys know, a couple weeks ago I was able to secure a PSA 8 Blastoise base set edition with a swirl. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and pop it right there. However, upon receiving it, I really felt that the card was kind of lackluster in the slab. I like it, don't get me wrong, but I like the card, I feel, a lot more than the overall casing and material and just overall presentation of the PSA slab. So just getting back into it, I just wanted to dip my foot into other companies. So yesterday I went out and got 4 others. So we have here the PSA, a Beckett, a CGC, and a tag. So I want to go through all 4 of these and grade them by the overall case and how they feel, clarity, how well you can see them and the overall view of the card, the labeling and the presentation, and then finally like an overall score, maybe of 1 to 5 Pokeballs. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so starting off, we do have CGC. The case and feel is actually not too bad. It's decent thickness, has a good weight to it, and moving into the clarity, I mean, it's pretty clear. This is honestly pretty surprising. I know people hate on CGC, I guess, for their resale value, but as far as personal collection goes, this is pretty solid. So the labeling and presentation, I mean, they do have just a simple black box with like white undertext, and then, well, that's cool. It's like their holographic logo in the corner there. And obviously the mint, all the information. And then on the back, they do also provide a QR code. And this is to verify. That also looks pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty sweet. I like this a lot. I would say, yeah, I'm honestly going to give this a 4. Yeah, call me crazy, but this is a 4 to me. So next up, we have tag. Now, this is actually a bit comparable to the CGC when it comes to feel right off the bat and weight. I want to say it might just be a little bit wider. And as you can see, it is completely clear as to where this kind of has like a light blue tint to it. So that's interesting. But the clarity of this, because it is so clear every step of the way, I mean, this is sharp. I really like this. Wow. So moving into the labeling and presentation, I mean, this is so clean. Very simple, but super clean. And goes really well into a smooth presentation. So you have all the information, and obviously your mint, and then you just get the QR code. These are AI graded, so when you go into the QR code, there's no guessing as to why your card got what it got. It gives you a complete breakdown of everything from the corner, the surface, the centering, all of it. So very cool. I like this a lot. I would say, if the CGC is going to be a 4 for me, this one's a 5. This is really nice. So coming up next, we do have this Beckett here. Immediately upon first case and feel reaction, this thing is a beast. I feel like these guys definitely might have probably really started with sports cards, because I mean, this is super, super heavy duty. The case and feel, definitely better than the other two. Like, I felt that the tag was larger than the CGC. This is the tag next to the Beckett. Does have that little bit of blue tinge to it, but not as much as the CGC. So, moving into the clarity, because it is still fairly clear, except for this plaque-like label, the clarity is fantastic. And say comparable to the tag for sure. I mean, even with a little bit of scratches, it still really pops. So I do like the clarity on this a lot as well. Very clean. The labeling and overall presentation, however, honestly not the biggest fan of. This feels to me that it kind of reminds me of like an old teacher's like name plaque on their desk, or maybe like outside of an office, you know, room 9, whatever. It's just it's a bit old school for sure, and I'm pretty sure that these guys are like A1 day one. I think they're the beginning. So it kind of makes sense as to why they've had it like that. Yeah, look, world's most trusted source in collecting, Beckett Grading Services. And I know that some cards with this company become some of the most valuable cards in the world. So I believe these guys do have a very, very higher critique when it comes to how they grade. So it's cool to see, you know, the different, I think the colors labeling, you know, matters as far as gold, black, etc. So I do need to educate myself on that a little bit more. But overall, I would say if they had a little bit of a better label, I would probably put this at a 4. But for me, not quite a 3, but a 3.5. So, all right, and then up next, everyone's favorite, or is it? The overall feel to this, honestly, it is definitely my least favorite of all of them. It is quite light. It has like a, I guess this is a scratch resistant, you know, border, but I feel like it doesn't give off that clarity bit that really helps some of these others, you know, kind of pop. And these cards deserve to pop. So, the clarity of this, overall, not my favorite either. Doesn't seem to be as good as some of the others. Not trying to just completely trash PSA in this video. These are just my honest opinions. Like as I said in the beginning of the video, I really, you know, I actually regret getting that Blastoise. So, moving into the labeling and presentation, it's not too terrible. It kind of, you know, the red, white, and blue, you know, reminds me of, you know, USA, America, which I'm pretty sure this is an American company, so that is cool. You know, this is pretty solid, you know, double logo, the QR code, pretty simple, that's fine. But I just feel like it doesn't, you know, kind of give it justice to what it is in a way. They all just kind of look the same. And yeah, it just doesn't really excite me when I look at it presentation wise. So that's kind of how I feel. And it is, just quality-wise, it doesn't feel as better as the others either. I'm honestly going to end this with, I think PSA is going to get a 2 from me. It's going to be a 2 out of 5. So overall, on the recap, we have 4 out of 5 for CGC, 5 out of 5 for tag, 3.5 for Beckett, and then a 2 for PSA. So that begs the question, what will we be collecting for our PC? I believe it is unanimous. They will be tag. Very cool.